Hello, welcome back. My name is Ray. Today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Ace Frehley songs, Kiss and Solo, off of each album, and explaining a little bit why I love that song. Ace Frehley's first song that he sang with Kiss, Shock Me. Now, Shock Me is a really cool song, and I understand the concept of it. He was electrocuted on stage. You all know the story. It's a pretty good song, but he's just done so many other great and better songs since then. So the next one is Rocket Ride. And that one is a rare one because it's off of the B-side off of Alive 2. And Rocket Ride is a really cool song. So of course it's referring to like space travel and stuff like that. But of course it has another meaning, of course. Telling a girl to take a rocket ride. It's a pretty good song. It has that cool Ace Frehley guitar sound to it. And it's just another one of those songs that it was one of Ace's staple songs. Kiss songs, and then of course the newest one, Near Groove. Near Groove is a really cool one. And I would use a piece, I would use a sample of that, but if you've seen one of my very first videos, I did a New York City tribute video, and I used that song, I used the full song, and then of course it was just muted out. YouTube completely blocked it, and that was like way over like 12 years ago. But anyways, New York Groove is definitely one of those other staple songs that Ace does, and then of course he did once throughout the '79 tour. He definitely did that one a lot. Alright, off the 1978 solo albums, most people agree Ace was the best album and it sold the most. Some people disagree with that. But anyways, it was definitely one of the best albums, and people wanted to hear Ace sing because they were like, hey, we don't hear Ace sing much. There was only several songs up until that point, a couple of songs, right until the 1978 solo album. So Rip It Out was one of those cool, fast-paced songs, and, you know, not thrash metal fast, you know what I mean. It was a cool, fast-paced song, and it was really awesome. The drums, and I think it was probably Anton Fig. And I know Anton Fig played on most of the tracks, but there was a couple of them that he didn't. But anyways, Rip It Out is an awesome song. It's definitely one of my favorites. The song Speed Back to My Baby is another one of those songs that has I don't know what you call it, but, you know, just a cool chorus. Maybe I should turn around, maybe I should stop. It has just a really cool pre-chorus to it. And it's just another one of those songs that, you know, people are like, oh, hey, this is a really cool song. Speed Back to My Baby. And of course, the last one off the solo album that I really like the best is I'm in Need of Love. And I'm in Need of Love is an odd one because what's interesting about that one, it has a delay sound effect. I'll try to use a sample of it. I'm not sure exactly if there was really any other songs that used delay as much as like that song did. I mean, it wasn't like an insane delay, but it had that kind of like echoing effect and a little bit of phaser going on. And it was just a cool guitar sound effect, and it was just one of those things where I don't think anybody else, I don't think Angus or Reddy or any of those other guys used any kind of like delay pedal like that. So it had this really cool spacey swirl effect to it, which made the song, you know, stand out and was an awesome song. The next song is 2000 Man, a Rolling Stones cover. And this song is really cool because I like the lyrics in. It's just funny, weird, quirky lyrics. And of course I heard the Rolling Stones version after, but it's one of those songs where if you hear a specific artist do it first, you're like, oh, this is what I'm used to, this is what I like, and this sounds better to me. And I think Ace just made it, you know, I don't want to say heavier, but just more a rocking sound and everything. His guitar sound on that. And it was the only song he did off Dynasty. Well, that one and Hard Times. He did Hard Times. So it was one of the two songs that he did off the album Dynasty, and that's what makes that one cool. Next one, and of course, it's Kiss's most underrated album. A lot of people either love this album or hate it. I happen to love it. Kiss is Unmasked in 1980. There's some really cool songs off it. It's just one of those albums that it has to hit you. If it doesn't grab you or grasp you in the first couple of times listening to it, then you're never going to like it. But anyways, what's really awesome about this, Ace Frehley sings like 3 songs off this one. And one of my favorite songs, and even did a music video for it. Talk to Me. You know, that footage that they just showed? I'm not sure if it was specifically music. Well, it was a music video, but you know what I mean. It was way before MTV and everything. It was just a little promotional clip, that's for sure. So Talk to Me is a really cool song. Next song, Torpedo Girl. I like the little intro for this. I'll put a little clip of it because I know that I probably won't get copyrighted for it.
Man battle station torpedo. Man battle station torpedo.
Torpedo Girl is just it's a cool, funny song. It's not really funny. It's a good song. I like it, and I like the fact that it fits this album. I guess, you know, Unmasked was a very commercial album, so every single one of them, with the exception of Peter Criss, had some kind of really popish song. Like I said, you have to really love Unmasked, and the people who don't like Unmasked at least like the Ace Frehley songs off of the best, if anything. From Ace Frehley off of any Kiss album for a while, music from the older Dark Light. And the Dark Light is a really cool song, and it's the best Ace Frehley song off the album because it's the only Ace Frehley song off the album. Okay, so unfortunately Ace Frehley was not on the album Creatures of the Night, but we'll get backtrack to that one in a little bit. That comes up in '85, and Gotta Have a Party, or whatever the heck the song is. So Wired. So basically, it was like a demo album. He did I don't know how many songs off it, but it was a really commercial sounding album. And must have been somebody within his camp, his manager, or friends, or other people said, "Hey, this is a really commercial album. You know, you kind of left Kiss because of the commercialness you said. So this album would be really lame." So he does have a bunch of tracks out there, songs that are okay. It's really popish. It was done in '85. He scrapped that whole project and he never released those songs again. Not officially released them. Who knows if he will, or if we ever will redo them. But in 1986, or about that, maybe in 1985, he started a new band. Well, it's still Ace Frehley. Frehley's Comet, Ace Frehley, still the same concept anyways, isn't it? He came out with a new album, Frehley's Comet, 1987, and that one was just wicked. Rock Soldiers, I said before, is definitely one of my favorite songs. It's an anthem. It was a wicked song for a return of Ace Frehley. It's the ultimate comeback song. Fatal Wreck, If the Devil Wants to Play His Card Game Now.
He's gonna play without an ace in his deck.
Comet album, it's not an incredible album, but there's several good songs off it, and I'm glad he came back. 1988, The Second Sighting, I'm going to have to go with Insane. It describes Ace Frehley as just, the whole line, "I'll take 5 days to your one," which is just another way of him saying he can handle kind of just anything. Nothing really bothers him, and that's true. And he was kind of joking that he was insane or crazy. Ace Frehley. He's not insane. He's not criminally insane, but he's just really funny and crazy insane where he doesn't let shit bother him. So that song is definitely the best song off Second Sighting. Second Sighting, there's some other songs I like. It's Over Now, sung by Todd Howard, but I'm not huge on that album. Off of the 1989 album, Trouble Walking, is Shot Full of Rock and 5 Card Stud. Those are the two best songs off that album. What I love about 5 Card Stud, I don't know if Ace Frehley is just using the reference of cards because the Ace card thing that's used a lot. You don't really hear him talk about cards a lot. Does he play cards a lot? Cards a lot? Who the heck knows? But it's just a really cool song about playing cards, and there's not too many songs, well, kind of. There's not too many songs out there about playing cards, which is kind of boring anyways. I knew it was about it. But Psycho Circus, Into the Void, is Ace's really only song other than You Won the Best, because all 4 of them are singing. This was the album that Ace and Peter didn't know that Kiss was recording a new album, but they each have their own songs on the album, and then all sang on You Wanted the Best. So I don't see how that slipped. I don't see how that slipped by them. I don't see how you could be in the studio recording a new song and then say, "Oh, I didn't know that we were doing a new album." That's just kind of idiotic. But anyways, Psycho Circus, we'll get on that some other time. In 2009, Ace Frehley released Anomaly. So he left Kiss in 03, so it was a 6-year break in between, and he came out with Anomaly, and I was really excited and happy about Anomaly. And it was a pretty good album. I didn't love it. I don't think it's an insane album, but Outer Space is definitely the best song off that one. The best song off of that album is A Little Below the Angels. It's a cool kind of ballad, kind of neat song. And it has his daughter on it. That's the other cool neat part about it. Little Below the Angels. Off of the album Space Invaders is the title track, Space Invader. And I think that song is pretty cool. It's a rocking song. It's what you'd expect from Ace. It's got good vocals on it, good guitar, and a cool chorus, and the song is just like really good. But it opened me up to 2 songs that I didn't really know about. The first song is Spanish Castle Magic, which I was never really a huge Jimi Hendrix fan. I never really got into Jimi Hendrix, but his cover for Spanish Castle Magic is just really awesome, and it really opened my ears to the coolness of that song, guitar-wise, and just the way the lyrics are and everything. It was a really perfect and great song for him to cover. Same thing with The Emerald. The Emerald was done by Thin Lizzy. I don't know what the hell year, but that's also an awesome song, where I probably heard those songs before here and there, but I just really never paid attention to them. But once Ace Frehley did them off of the album, I mean, I really loved it. It's just a great cover song, and it's one of those songs where you listen to, you're like, oh hey, I gotta check out the original version of that. And you listen to the original version and you appreciate the original version, because they're the ones who wrote it. But I'm like, Ace Frehley kind of just did this better, just a little bit heavier. Not that it's insanely heavier, but it's a little bit heavier, and if you love Ace's voice, I mean, he covers a lot of cool songs, some cool songs, and he does them good. Some of the songs I don't like The Joker, and even when he covered that, I definitely don't like it. I still don't like it. Even when him doing it, I was like, oh, he could have did a better cover song than that. Like Space Trucking, he did Deep Purple Space Trucking, and that is a really good one. Off the 1982 Creatures of the Night album, the song Rock and Roll Hell, he covers. That was one of the songs he was supposed to originally do and sing. As I think mentioned, Ace was supposed to sing Rock and Roll Hell off Creatures of the Night, but he just never did. He left the band by that time. So anyways, Rock and Roll Hell is an awesome cover tune. It just brings you back, I guess, to 1982. Not that I remember when Creatures of the Night came out, but it's like, oh, this is whatever it sounded like. His voice hasn't really changed that much throughout the years, so I mean, it's still kind of like later, but it's cool that he did that. He wanted to do an old Kiss song, but yet at the same time he wanted to do an older Kiss song that either people weren't too familiar with, and or I've never heard him sing before, and he was supposed to sing. So I think covering Rock and Roll Hell was the perfect choice to do off that album, to do as a cover song. That's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What's your favorite Ace cover song? What's your favorite Ace Frehley song? Kiss solo or otherwise? I'm not sure. I've been on it time like a couple months ago, and there's no new do and sing. I'm totally fucking this up. Go with that beginning part, the first take.